Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Shazad Hussain and I live at 20 Primary Way. Today is 8th of November 2023 and it's been now 92 days since they've abducted my brother. I was supposed to go, I think, what time is it? It's about 7:45. Let me see if that's correct. Yeah, about 10 to 8. On the 8th of November 2023. I was supposed to go at 6 o'clock today to answer my bail conditions. However, conveniently they told me yesterday, oh no, you don't need to come in. For your convenience, you don't need to come in. We've just forwarded it now until the 4th of February 2024. Another 90 days that they've got my brother, holding him in custody and care. And this is quite clearly fraudulent now. I've had quite a lengthy conversation with the courts now today, and she made the court staff member, I think her name was Debbie Armshaw. She made a Freudian slip by informing me that she is aware of court of protection proceedings where on the 16th or the 15th of January 2021, before Mr. Justice Cobb, there was restrictions placed on my communication with the court staff. What? So she's aware of this. This is a clear Freudian slip, which basically now connects this case in the county court with the old case of the court of protection case, which then shows the fact that these are working together in the background of the local authority at the top, and adding on the housing association. I am reminding myself that at the final hearing before Mr. Justice Cohen, a month later, a decision was made on the 9th of February, I believe. A quick email was sent to the housing association asking them, do I have a right of tenancy or any rights to the property? They got a reply back while court proceedings were actually they were actually underway, or the week before. Basically at the start of February they tried to determine whether I've got any rights, and without consulting me and without finding out what the true crack of the situation was, Judge Cohen simply decided on the back of some information that's been given to them by the claimant, Bradford Council, and the collaborators of Manningham Housing Association, in proceedings where I asked for an adjournment, which I was not even attended, and that the decision's been made, no, I have no rights to this property, therefore justifying me being removed from the premises, which was always the idea of the local authority, to remove me from the premises. So you see that order now in the court of protection is now being clearly challenged and undermined, because I've come back to the property and I'm challenging that I have a right to be here, because this tenancy is a de facto it's my de facto tenancy only in my mother's name for namesake alone, and this is causing them a great deal of problems. And now what's happened is that it seems evident to me that Judge Grosnell, who is a circuit judge, they've just basically exposed themselves as further, exposed their criminality further now, because of this simple admission by the court staff. It now seems clear to me that I have the evidence to clearly demonstrate that I'm going to this case, I'm involving myself in this case, is all a fraud. It's just basically an affront to justice. They're just basically targeting me, and I just remind myself that on the 7th of August 2023, 24 hours before I was arrested, I put in an appeal appeal number 35, appealing the decision by District Judge Mitchell on the 18th of July 2023. I put in an appeal application on the 7th of August 2023. Stating that I'm going to show you now how I'm being subjected to fraud, because I'm obviously appealing the decision of District Judge Mitchell of the 18th of July, because District Judge Mitchell's involved. They're fronting Judge Wilcox. Judge Wilcox has just been fronted because she only became a judge for this case. So she became a judge started on the 28th of November 2022. My case was heard on the 30th of November 2022. So she was made a judge for this specific purposes of railroading an outcome to Bradford Council's benefit, and then subsequently they've managed to recruit District Judge Mitchell now since April, and he's been acting nefariously, and now clearly Circuit Judge Grosnell is also involved. So these three judges are basically meant to be independent, but they're all working together, and this Freudian slip by Debbie Armshaw today clearly shows shows me that they know exactly what's been going on previously in the court of protection proceedings, how I've been prejudiced, and even in those proceedings in the court of protection, they were being prejudiced by the fact that the local authority had criminally convicted me in 2016 for defrauding my mother and brother, where subsequently my mother and brother have given me their lasting powers of attorney and undermining everything. So the fact that, just to recap, on the 7th of August 2023, I put in an appeal to Judge Grosnell stating the fact that I am going to now highlight your fraud and corruption. Just give me another 14 days to submit my skeleton argument. On the back of that, this Debbie Amshaw must have read that, and she must have told her manager, which is Louise Holmes. But irrespective, this got out to the council. As soon as the council realised this, they thought, bugger that, we've had enough now, we're going to come and grab his brother. So they came down the next day, within 24 hours, and right from here, I was arrested, right from here. My brother was in the car here, they just taken him and arrested me, searched the whole house, photographed everything, and looking to incriminate me. If there was any grounds to charge me, they would have done so within that time period of coming to arrest me. There's nothing there, was there? So they needed another 30 days. So until the 31st of October 2023, they got put me on a bail saying I can't see my brother. Why can't I see my brother? What have you proven? Nothing. So then they forwarded it on by 8 days, 8 days until today, the 8th of November. And now they've told me they're going to forward it another 30 days, another 90 days. Another 90 days, 3 months more. They've got no evidence, okay? This case, the only reason that they've arrested me is because I was looking to expose judicial fraud by judges. So the judges involved in this particular case regarding the county court is Deputy District Judge Maudsley in March 2022, District Judge Hickinbottom in July 2022, District Judge Wilcox in District Judge Foster in September 2022, District Judge Wilcox in November 2022, and ongoing District Judge Mitchell from May 2022 and ongoing, and Circuit Judge Gosnell, who's the appeal judge, who's just basically saying I've got no merits, no grounds, and looking to railroad an outcome. They keep on failing, failing miserably, and I keep on catching them out, and they just can tell me that, oh, it's just because of one excuse after another excuse. There's a whole litany of errors and mistakes which I'm saying are as a result of fraud, deception and corruption, and they're just saying no, they're just coincidental. Well, I'd look to challenge that. Anyway, I don't want to have too much of a long conversation. It's cold outside, but yeah, I just wanted to give that quick update that I'm being subjected to numerous frauds by numerous judges at the Bradford County Court, and these are all being done. It's not a one bad apple. The whole tree is rotten to the core, and it's being made rotten to the core by Bradford Council looking to poison things because they're the greatest stakeholder in this in the situation. They're the puppet behind the scene. They are the one that orchestrating everything, and to me and my brother's detriment. I'm not going to see my brother again. That's just it. 6 months later, they're going to kill him off. So that's the situation. Just as they murdered my mother off, they're going to murder my brother off now, and I'm panicking. Obviously, I'm distressed. I don't want my brother to die like this. It's simply because I'm looking to expose the fraud and corruption, and they're looking to kill off my loved ones because I'm looking to expose the fraud and corruption. And then they're saying no, it's just all coincidental. Nobody's investigating this. The police are involved, Bradford Council's involved, the courts and tribunals are involved, but most importantly the judges are involved. Numerous judges in the court of protection. I'm just going to name a few. District Judge Beckley is the main culprit in the court of protection. Justice Coburn, Justice Cohen, District Judge Anderson, Circuit Judge Anderson, and District Judge Bell, and District Judge Geddes. District Judge Geddes being the main one. But yeah, it's all just the same. They're all in on it. All these judges in the court of protection, in the county court, in the crown courts, they're all colluding, conspiring to target and victimise me. Why? Because I was charging £1 million a week for caring for my loved ones? That's not a reason, is it? Anyway, we'll leave it ended there. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not suicidal. If anything harm comes to me is as a result of Bradford Council looking to end my life because I'm looking to expose the fraud and corruption in the judicial institutions which are meant to be independent, but the reality is that they all collude and conspire in order to put forward a narrative to the populace, to the people, that no justice is taking place. There is no justice. They're all fraud and corruption. If politicians are corrupt, if the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, is so corrupt that he was partying in lockdown while we were all suffering, do you think the judges judges are not, what makes the judges immune from corruption? Where do judges come from? They don't come from heaven. They're not ordained by God, are they? They start their life as soliciting prostitutes, like solicitors. That's what they do. They solicit for business. Solicitors are some of the most corrupt people I've ever met, like proper slimy and stuff, and they rise through the ranks of being solicitors and barristers and then become judges. And as soon as they become judges and they get the title Your Honor, all of a sudden they stop committing crimes or are immune from corruption. Absolute rubbish, right? These people are I'm basically losing my family members because of looking to expose this corruption, and it's diabolical and fiendish of them.